The innovator, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Enterprise got started back in the 50s and adopted a unique strategy to compete with the car rental giants. It stayed out of airports, opening neighborhood car rental branches instead. The company also found a way to take some of the hassle out of renting by picking customers up. The bucks? Enterprise began moving into airports in the mid-90s. 10 years later, it caught Avis and Hertz. Now Enterprise leads the industry in revenue and has a fleet of more than 800,000 vehicles.
Andy Taylor, CEO of Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Welcome to the show, man.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Donny.
You don't usually hear the words family business and $9 billion company in the same sentence.
I think that's true, and when my father started the business 50 years ago, he never imagined it would get this large. I think today he would say if I had 10,000 cars, I would have thought I'd have died and gone to heaven, and voila, we're now up to almost 880,000 vehicles.
I mean, the setup piece, even being somebody in the business, I had no idea of the scope. 7,000 locations, 65,000 employees, $9 billion. Let's start with the beginning, because your dad's story and your story is a fantastic story. Your dad's still alive. He's 84. Former Navy guy. That's why the name Enterprise. He served on Enterprise. And pick it up where he's kind of working at a St. Louis car dealership.
Long story short, he went to work for his best friend in the Cadillac business. Then this leasing, long-term leasing, for a year, 2, 3 years came along. He went to his boss, Mr. Lindbergh, and said, I'd like to get in that business. I'm an entrepreneur, I'd like to work myself, but you'll help me. And my father got $25,000 together, borrowed, I think, 15 of it or something, and company was capitalized for $100,000. And I remember he came home and said, take care of your clothes, Andy, because I can't afford to replace them. And your mother's going to get a smaller food budget. And frankly, that was a crisis.
The other thing I love about your story outside the family element of it is, and a lesson for everybody out there, that no matter how established you have giants in an industry, today we look at Walmart. Nobody can ever beat Walmart. Somewhere down the road, somebody's going to build a better mousetrap, and you did that. You got Hertz, and you got Avis, the classic number 2, and you guys had a little, hey, let's not do the airport thing. Let's pick up people at home, deliver. A new model was born.
Well, I think the idea itself is even a little bigger. It's because we have this belief that at the corporate office, the best ideas come from the field that are interfacing with customers every day. Another reason why we start everybody at the bottom.
Yeah.
And so this one particular idea came out of Florida where this gentleman said, you know what, I'm here on Dealership Row with body shops, car dealers, and whatever, and boy, when I pick up these customers, they're not out there able to rent cars from other people. I get them real quick. I get them to the office. They're happy. We get them moving. And we said, oh, wait a minute. Operationally, how are you going to do that? You're going to have fewer people at the office. What happens when the phone rings there and all? Well, you know what? If that's what our customers really appreciate, then let's figure out the operational problem. The operational problem is not the lead dog here. It's the customer. So, and frankly, we have our best ideas coming from the field now every day.
That's it. They're on the front lines, man.
I'm at the corporate office as CEO, not for our people to try to figure out what I'm thinking and where we want to go. I am there to empower our people, remove obstacles to their ability to succeed and their team to succeed. I am serving them.
I want to talk about the family stuff. Your dad's obviously a fantastic, colorful guy, ex-Navy guy, 84, still calls the office every day, says the customers have it. Talk about kind of the rough part about going into a family business, because obviously there's a lot of upside to it, and there's some issues with it that we all, my story's a great one, yours is a great one, but let me hear about some of the knocks.
Yeah, my father was very bright about something, and he said, Andy, we're going to disagree about things at the office, and maybe behind closed doors, but two things have to occur. The first is we're going to agree, we're going to disagree, but when we walk out of the office, we're not going to be a problem for the organization, because we're both going to have not send mixed signals to the organization, and at some point you're going to have to say, all right, I agree with you, I lose, or the other way around.
It's like parents, in effect,
That's
with
right.
kids, yeah.
And the number two thing is, we're not going to necessarily talk about family business at the office. Whatever we decide and whatever we disagree with, it's not going to affect our family relationship. And it was so wise. Yeah. And it worked out so well. And he and I have had just a great relationship. Has it been traumatic and difficult and disappointing at times? You bet.
As is any good marriages and a business partnership.
But at the end of the day, we go out for dinner together with our spouses or whatnot, and we love each other.
And in the final minute, they've actually written a book about customer service based on what you've done, based on your company's story. A very specialized kind of, what's the acronym?
ESQI?
ESQI. I mean,
Enterprise Service Quality Index.
That's how you guys are done. So congratulations. It's a great story. I love the family business story because it's love and it's business, and you put them together and good stuff happens.
That's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
More Big Idea. Don't go anywhere.